Hey, everybody. It is Thursday night. Here we go. So just let me know when you get here. I'll see some eyeballs popping on soon. I'm just making myself a quick note. And then we'll get started. So, oops, let me get over here to comments so I can actually see. Let me know that, hey, Debbie. So you're always the first one. So sounds good. I think everything should be good. I had everything. I was actually ready like 20 minutes ahead of time tonight. I thought that was doing pretty good. So, yeah, I'm excited about tonight to share these ideas with you. So, and I want to show you guys. Ooh, I was just doing my nails earlier too, and it looks like I missed a bit. But I want to show you before I really get started. Hey, Julie, sound is good. Okay, thanks, Deb. I've been working on that little album, the mini album that I made out of the North Pole sacks. Hey, Amy. So I've been working on decorating that this week. So I want to show you that. Hey, Sue. I want to show you that before we get into stuff, just to give you an update. Like I've been doing a little bit every night, like just a page or two. And it's just a little bit of decoration. It's not like a whole big thing. But all right, so we got a bunch of you here. So let's just get started. So first off, welcome. If you are new, subscribe, thumbs, hearts, shares, all that stuff. Everything is always appreciated. I do a variety of projects on my channel. I'm not like just one thing. I mean, I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, but I don't do just cards. I do boxes, little books, tags, all kinds of stuff. Anything out of paper, we do it. So that's that. Paper share information is in the link. If you would like to sign up for that, it is $51 plus $9 shipping if you need it shipped. If it ends up being less than $9, I will refund whatever the difference is. But actually, let's just go down here because I've got this doot. And I know you probably can't read this, but I just wanted to go over, there's 14, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So this is every paper pack that's in the mini catalog that's coming up, the January through April catalog. So there's some vellum, some specialty shimmer paper, some textured, one of these is textured shimmer. And then there's some dry brushed metallic. So it's all very cool. And some animal print and, of course, lots of flowers and stuff. But you'll receive a quarter pack of all of it. Now, the 12 by 12 paper, I'm cutting that down to 6 by 12. So I think that's gives you a good use for it. You can cut it up however you want, So sign up for that. I need payment by January 3rd. There is a Google form that you can fill out. I'm not going to invoice anybody until after Christmas, okay? So after Christmas, I'll send them out, and then I just need it paid by January 3rd, and then the catalog goes live on the 5th, and I will be placing the order then, and I'm probably going to do expedited shipping just so I get it faster, and that's on me. So paper share, that's that. And I have to ask you guys, so when I go back and watch my videos, like if I'm looking for a particular thing, I'll skip through and then I'll watch it for a minute. And it doesn't seem like perfectly clear. Is it clear when you guys are watching? Like, is it live that it's okay? And then maybe later it gets fuzzy? I don't know. Hey, Gail. I just want to know what your thoughts are because I don't know if it's just me, like if I'm watching it on a particular device, or how does it show when we're going live? Is it clear enough or clearish, or does it get fuzzy? Because it just doesn't seem as crisp. Like I think I might want to investigate some different so Gail, words are a little blurry. Oh yeah, this for sure. But like just in general, if I'm like when I'm doing a video, do you think it comes out, is it clear enough or clearish? So Deb says it's been clear live on YouTube. Okay, that's good. Like this pattern, is this clear enough? It looks clear on my screen. It's just when I go back and watch, I'm like, not sure. Okay, so good feedback. Let me show you real quick. This was the album, it's 4¼ by 6¼ This was the one that I made out of the North Pole sacks. All right, so I just wanted to show you like what I have so far. So I've got my pictures. It took me a couple weeks to find the right pictures because, hey Rose, so you and Marilyn are watching and it's clear. Awesome. Good. Thank you. So it took me a couple weeks to find like the right pictures I wanted because I wanted 16 pictures. Okay. So there was 4 pages. We did 4 pages. And then, there's a front and a back to each page. And then since they're pockets, I wanted to make a little insert to put 2 more pictures. So I had to have 16. Finally found them in my mom's stuff, like her stash of pictures. So this is her friend. It was her surprise birthday party that was, I think about 10 years ago, we had figured out. Sue, yours is super clear. Okay, awesome. So all I did, I've got a pocket here for like little tags or something later, but I just wanted to add a little bit of something to each page. So I've been filming this a little bit each night this week, and hopefully I'll have it finished by this weekend. But I stamped, what step is this? Friends are like flowers, I think. So I hand cut these. I'm going to put something on the inside, but it's not, by the time I added the cardstock, it's not, I don't have a whole lot of room to add like a lot of 3D stuff to these inserts, but I'm popping everything up on the pages. So, and I'm going with pink and purple, and it's her birthday. So I've got some happy birthday, friend. Pop these flowers up. I'm going to add a few little gems or rhinestones to the insides of the flowers, but not like a whole bunch of stuff. But just, some of these. That's my mom. This is her friend Jan and Chris's husband Wayne. I don't know who the rest of these people are in this book, but I'm going to give this to her after I'm done with it. And just adding a few little words, and then we've got more. So there's 2 pictures inside each little pocket. So hopefully I will have part 2 of this video series done this weekend. But that's what I've got so far. And I tell you, the more as I've added the cardstock layers and the pictures, it has really bulked up, and it's just feeling more and more sturdy. So I'm loving this. And I might get more of those North Pole sacks. Just because they're a good size. All right, so tonight I want to do some things that we call gifties, and that is definitely a Minnesota word that Sue and Virginia have given me. So a giftie is like a little thing that you make to give somebody, like just a tiny little gift. So like I say things that you may already have in your house, because we're going to use notepads because I'm a fan of the notepads. I love my notepads. I have a whole bunch on hand, different styles, different sizes all the time. Trying to get this washi tape off, and it does not want to cooperate. Oh, geez. All right, I'm going to leave that. Let me get this donut piece. I've got all kinds of washi tape that I've gotten. I think I got this like from a free table at a crop once. This little coffee washi tape. All right, anywho, first project. Like I said, I love a notebook. So we're going to use, this is a 5x8 notebook. Ant pad, you get these in a pack at Walmart or Office Depot or Staples or whatever. A 3-pack, a 5-pack, a 10-pack. They are about 5x8. So when I actually measure it, it's going like 4 15/16. But I want to cut it down. I think I'm going to cut it 5 inches wide anyway, and then I'll see. I may trim it. But so let's do notepad number 1. So I want to get, I'm going to score, there's going to be 2 little score marks. So I want to get the right size paper because I want to take a piece of designer paper and wrap it around this whole thing. And I want to end here. So I measure this side of the notebook should be 8. It's a smidge under. So I'm still going to say 8. Because then I can always like trim it off. Then this score, this fold bit, this is actually 3/8 of an inch. All right, so then I'm going to add 3/8. And then I want the paper to come all the way to this end. And that is 13/16. So we're just going to say 3/4 of an inch for that one, because I don't care if it hangs over just a teeny weeny bit. All right, so let's do, and you could we're just gonna fold it, okay? But I just want to know like how big of a piece do I really need. So let me do some quick math. 3/8 is what, 0.375 plus 0.75 plus 8. So I need a piece of paper that is 9 1/8. Okay. So 5 by 9 1/8. And I'm actually going to start folding on this side because whenever we fold something around a corner, it takes a little bit more paper. So that extra like 1/8 of an inch maybe that I thought might hang over here, it might end up perfectly fine. Like perfectly matched up. All right, so, and that is different from what I did it 20 years ago when I started making these. All right, so 5 inches wide. And this paper is from the Happy Friends, the one with like the Happy Forest Friends, maybe. 9 1/8. Double check. Yep. Okay. All right, now you can either use sticky strip, glue. I have a feeling that these glues would be perfectly fine, the Barely Art or the Art Glitter. But for quickness sake, I'm going to use tear and tape. And I'm going to run this all the way to the edge. And I don't want to necessarily encroach on the fold line. I'm going to leave that. This is too thick for that, so I'm going to use glue on there. So this will be a combination of glue and tape. And then I'm going to come back down here with tape. And down here. And then we're going to run it all the way down. And I am still going to, I'll just do one in the middle. I'm still going to add liquid glue to this as well, just so I have some time to wiggle this around so I can get it straight. All right, so that's that. Now we'll take our bone folder, and you always want to burnish your tape down. Oh, while I'm talking, bingo. So I have 11. I really need one more, but my husband says he will play if he has to. I just don't know how I really feel about that. But we're going to make it work. If we only end up with 11, then that's that. It's just, every little bit makes more that we can order for prizes. So, and 12, the only reason I'm going to be able to make it do with 11 is because of the free shipping. Because as soon as I get off here, I'm going to place the order unless anybody, emails me back or before I end this and says, yes, you want to play. You just have to be in the US and it's $35 5 games total of bingo, 4 games and then 4 regular games and then the grand prize bingo. And then we'll stamp 4 cards together. So if you're not doing anything on January 2nd, let me know as soon as we get offline here. And that will fill up our thing. All right, so I pull our tape and I want to add some glue right down here in the middle. A lot of glue. And this pattern doesn't really matter. If you had something that had to face a certain way, like, that had to go up, then you would want to start that accordingly. But this one doesn't. So, all right, so I'm going to do right up to the red line. Okay. And I'm going to take bone folder and smash that down. And it looks like it's straight. Now, before I put glue here on this edge, I'm going to flip the paper around and just kind of like burnish it with my finger. And then come back with my bone folder a little bit. And then do the same thing. Wrap it, keep wrapping it around that corner. And then burnish with your fingers again. So we get a nice crisp edge here, both sides. All right, now so far the paper is going to, it's only hanging over a little bit, and I can live with that. This part is, I'm going to trim that off. So that's going to work out great. All right, so Rose, what stamp set am I using for bingo? I'm going to use the True Beauty. And so I figure any flower set will work. All right, now let's put glue right here. And apply this liberally. All right. And then I'm going to just hold this right here for a minute and let it sit like that, pressing down on it, because I don't want that to go anywhere. I think this is a cute little gift to give somebody. And we are going to make a matching pen, by the way, to go with it. So it's like a little notepad and pen set. Okay, so we've got that. Nice. All right, now let's just, oh, that didn't stick. Well, it's going to, believe me. All right, let's peel this up. Maybe because this red part is like coated. But either way, it's going to go down. All right, now a little bit more glue. And you can get this glue right up to the edge if you want. And then I'm going to fill in just a little bit here, because I don't want anything to bubble up. And this is something, obviously, they're going to use a notepad and then throw it out. That's okay. What do we have, like 25 cents worth of paper on here? Maybe more glue, right? All right, let's get our glue back. And as I press, just kind of making sure that I'm still going straight. And then get back in here with your burnishing tool of choice. And rub all over this. All right, nice. So I've got a little bit overhang there, a little bit more over here. So I am going to trim this side off some. Just because that's a little bit too much for me. All right, that's good. That's good. And then let me flip all these pages out of the way. And we will trim this. Now, I like to add ribbon because why not? If you don't want to add ribbon, don't. If you want to add a little something here, go ahead. I found, so I made notepads like this, notepads and pens for my, my wedding shower. That was like 20 some years ago. And I used the Definitely Decorative Daisy set from a long time ago, if you guys remember that. How'd I get glue right there? So I had stamped, that daisy was like pretty big. It was like maybe that big. I stamped them, and I made like 30 of them. Stamped them, hand cut it, and then taped it on here. Wrapped ribbon around and taped that daisy on here. Well, the daisy hung over. it did not hold up well to all the wear and tear for a notepad. So I would suggest if you want to stamp something, I'm going to put a little something on a scrap of white and cut it out like right now. But I wouldn't go anything like super huge because it's just going to get mangled. Yeah, Rose, icing that cake again. All right, so for this ribbon, I want, this is the ribbon that goes with it, the Old Olive and Sahara Sand twill ribbon. So I am going to measure to drag this around. And if you don't have the same size notepad, if you have bigger ones, like 6x9 or something, like, nice, that'll work. Just measure it and see what size paper you need. All right, now I do want to put a layer of tape right there. Just because I don't want this ribbon to come up. All right, let's do that. And I should have burnished that, but I was thinking too far ahead. I want to kind of eyeball where I want my bow. So I want that over there. All right. So let's put our tape here, or our ribbon. Boop. Okay, that's straight. Now we can press down. And then I'm going to tie this in a knot. And I'm going to add a little bit of tape before I do that. Right there. Just to hold at least part of this ribbon in place. And notice I'm not using holiday theme papers for this, but I am going to give this to somebody as a gift. All right, let's hold this. I'm going to tie this in a knot first. And then I think my tails are too short to tie a bow. Yeah, so we're just going to trim it. That's fine. So this could be a cute little gift set. All right, now I want to do a little stamping. I had my go-to greetings. Just a note. Hello, it's cute. So you can do a teeny tiny one, or I'm going to do the medium one. And I'm going to do that in, let's go early espresso. So I figure that'll be too much green, like with all that already. So I'm just hand cutting this. And I need to re-ink my early espresso. All right. Oops. So just trying to eyeball this. I need to get this a little bit straighter. But I'm okay with it. All right, now I'm going to go a little angle there, a little angle there. Now I'm not going to pop this up. I'm going to glue it right down on top of this. Because, like I said, it's going to get a lot of wear and tear. I'm going to have this in my purse, or whoever I give it to is going to have it somewhere. So let's do that. Oh, I love it. All right, now gems. I want to have a few little bits of something. Like brown or brushed metallic. I think I'm going to like those. I kind of like these. I forget what color they're supposed to be, but they kind of have a green tint to them. So I like it. Brushed metallic. Yeah, it's going to go with that. So let's add one here, a little bit of glue. Nice. And then one here. We'll do a little one. Ooh, I like it. I like it. I'm going to feel like I need one more right here. And you could go without dolling these up. That's up to you. But I figure a few little gems, that never hurt anything. All right, now. Oh, so you like these? Pumpkin spice and everything nice. I was supposed to put these on in time for Thanksgiving, but that never happened. All right, now when you have a notepad, I like to include a pen. These RSVP pens are my favorite. They are perfect for customizing because all we need to do is add a little strip of designer paper. So let's take the same pattern. We're going to have it this way. So your piece of designer paper for your, I need another color, DSP for pen. You want it to be 7/8 by 3 1/4. Now you could go 1 inch and it'll just overlap some. So let's cut this off. Let's see, what do I have here? I love these pens because they're easy to write and they're easy to roll this up. You know, you can just take the barrel right off. All right, let's do. All right, I think that was really 1 inch, but that's okay. Now you need to roll this up. Let's bring this back. I keep these orange things. They're for like cuticles or something, but I never used them for that. I've had these. I bought a pack of like, I don't know, 40. And yeah, I still have some from 20 years ago. So I'm just holding it on the end of this orange stick. And I want to just fold it, keep everything in place, and roll it so it gets that shape going. All right, and I'm going to keep it tight like you're rolling something else, anything. All right, now I like to slide it just to the very tip of this orange stick, and then you'll put the whole thing down in here in the pen. And if it gets loose, just go back and retighten it. Hey, Jamie Gibbs, better late than never. You're right. All right, so we did our notepad. Now we're doing our pen. So I've got it rolled up. And just for me being anal, I like this seam to be like behind where the words are. Just because so you can't tell anyway. So we'll just slide this in here. And I can tell I need to trim that down some. Because the paper is unrolling before I can get it down in there. All right, so let me grab this out. Jeez. All right, I just pulled it out with my teeth. Yikes. All right, so I'm going to trim this just a little bit more. So I guess I didn't really get it to 3/4. Because, yeah, you can only roll so much paper up in here. And I'll tell you what works better is copy paper. And then you can stamp, like, your information on it. And copy paper is really thin. All right, so I'm rolling this up. And again, scooch it to the end of the stick. Put it down in this barrel. All right, yeah, that went a lot better. And then this little bit, just push it down because I want it to go all the way to the end. There we go. All right, and then we just put the cap back on. And then this part is refillable. Okay, but I love these RSVP pens. So we have a cute little gift, and you could just tie this pen up with ribbon. But I love it. All right, let me put this stick out of the way. So that's our first thing. All right, next, you are going to need, this is for something to show some pictures. So actually, let me get my glue put up because I think I'm going to use a different liquid glue. So in this case, you're going to need some coasters. I went through a phase 20 years ago where I was buying coasters, or I would get like a whole sleeve of them from the bar, and I have cleaned out my stock. You just don't need that many coasters. But these were from the bar, so just plain old Budweiser. These ones I've picked off, like I peeled off this outer paper. You can buy coasters plain. I just don't see the need to do that, all right, because we're going to cover them up anyway. So the next time you're at a restaurant or something, grab a couple coasters. Now these are, they're generally like 4 1/4. These are like 4 13/16. So that's what I've cut my paper as. So we need 2 coasters. We need cardstock for the back. So we're going to put Night and Navy on the back. 4 3/16, right? Yep. Then we need some designer series paper. Same, 4 3/16. We're going to cover both these sides, and then we're going to mount some pictures. So these were the same pictures because there were so many dupes from that album for my mom. So I'm going to put these on there. And I probably should have picked something with purple or like a lighter shade of blue. But I figured this blue is in the flowers. The only thing I can tell you is when you pick a pattern for this, you want like a small print like this because most of it's going to get covered up. All right, so if we had like a bigger flower pattern, it's not really gonna, you're not really gonna see it. So pick a small pattern. Now let's do this liquid glue, and we're gonna see. I used to do this with a glue stick, and I'm sure I have some still somewhere, but I'm more fan of this glue now. All right, so we're going to go end to end or edge to edge. And if I need to trim some off, I need to trim some off. That's all there is to it. But you want to get it right up there. Then let's get our bone folder. And I'm going to let this dry a little bit before I do the other sides. And I can see that came out a little. So let me get a paper towel because this is that real sticky glue. You know, I could just use gobs of my other glue too. I figured this green glue would be quicker, but it is messier. All right, now don't worry about the corners, how it doesn't meet. We can either cut those, or I'm going to come in with my corner chomper. And actually, yeah, I'm going to use my regular. This glue is too sticky on me. I'm going to go back to my Barely Art glue. All right, because at least if this spills out, it's not really going to matter. Okay, so more glue. Sticky, sticky. So right up to the edge. Jamie, I was telling everybody, technically I need one more person for bingo, but we've got 11. We're going to go for it. So we are on. All right, let's add our Night and Navy. I love the colors they put together in this pack. But if you're going to make one of these, you pick whatever paper suits your pictures or your person, whoever you're making it for. Like if they want purple, give them purple. If they like zebras, give them zebras. Whatever you have in your stash. All right, let's go ahead and do this. All right, nice. Now I am going to trim this off a little, but I'm not going to do the corners. Like I said, I'm going to just come in with my corner chomper and do that. And let's see if I can get these. Yep. I'm going to get glue on my scissors, I can tell. All right, and then a little bit. So yeah, coasters were like all the rage. Sue, Gail, if Sean's on here, how many things did we make with coasters? It was crazy. I made little books out of them. I mean, really, they're chipboard. Made little 4 1/4 inch square books. Ugh. You know what? I need to put some alcohol on this real quick on my scissors because this is annoying me. I remember I used to have a Zutter bind it all. Yeah, Jamie, you have so many round ones. Yep. I made some books with the round ones too. I mean, they're good, but I had to like thin the herd. I had a whole like 2 drawers full of them. That's just excessive. But they do come in handy. All right. Now let's do this. So that's our back. And I didn't stamp anything on the back because really my idea is that they're going to sit this up on their desk or somewhere and you're not going to see the back. But you could always add something if you wanted to write a little something on it. All right, now let's take our designer paper and we're going to add that. Looks good. Burnish, burnish. All right, set that off to the side. I have one of these on my desk that is 3 coasters. So you could go 3 coasters too. And I have a picture of my cat, Sweetie, who is, she been dead, how many years, Jamie? Like, I want to say 4. I think she died in 2018. She was like 18 and a half. Ugh. But now we have Mom's cat, Cooper. So I've been trying to get pictures of him because he's like completely different. Sweetie was all black, like no white hair at all. Cooper's gray with a little bit of white on his chest and then maybe on his belly too. But I can't get a good picture of him. Like, he's always asleep on my bed and like my pink blankie just doesn't go well with his gray. I want him on a different background. But I'm going to send this one to my mom's friend anyway. All right, so I'm just trimming the edges, what I can see. That looks good. So even though when I measured this coaster, it was, 4 13/16, I could have gotten away with 4 1/4 or 4 1/8, whatever that would be. Okay. Now, I love this corner chomper. This goes through chipboard. So there's a 1/2 inch side and a 1/4 inch side. So let me just take a scrap and show you. So this is like the 1/2 inch. And then this is 1/4 inch. And I think I'm going to go 1/2 inch for this one. Why not? So let's put this in there. Chomp. Chomp. And this is by like Crocodile. We Are Memory Keepers. I ended up getting mine off Amazon. But I think I've seen them once in a while, like at Joann's or something. I tell you, I went to Michael's and Hobby Lobby today, and I was disappointed in Michael's. Like, I left there with nothing. All right, and then I'll figure out how to empty this out. I know it's somewhere. Oh, I think right here. I'll mess with that later. Now, if you didn't have a chomper, you would just trim your corners after you put each layer on. Okay, so it would match your coaster. So this is our base. Then we're going to add our pictures. And I cut these pictures 3 by 3, by the way. And then and of course, I'll have the measurements on my blog. I'll have that updated by Saturday. I'm trying to remember. I think I made this polished pink 3 and 13, or 3 and 3/16. Yep. 3 and 3/16. I had them bigger, but I wanted to be able to see some of this pretty paper around the edges. Now, I'm not going to round these corners. I'm going to keep them square. All right, and I'm trying to think or see. I don't really think there's an up or down or right side to these. So I do want to mount my pictures first, and then I'm going to punch holes in these because we're going to tie this together with ribbon. And I don't want to punch the holes first and then have it be too close. All right, so I just need to get this a little closer to my face. That looks a little bit crooked. Well, that doesn't want to come down. That's why. All right. As Rose or Diane used to say, can you see it from an airplane? Can you tell how crooked it is? It's a little wonky. Maybe only I can tell, but all right. Hopefully this is better. Okay, so I need my hole puncher. And again, this is a crocodile. And I'm going to take a Post-it note. So I want to measure evenly. So I'm just going to put a Post-it note like right here. So I'm covering up this picture. I'm assuming that I got this even. All right, let me get my ruler. 3 inches. So we're going to go like here. That's a 1/2 inch in, right? And here. That looks good. All right, let me mark them right on here. Okay. Now you could center it without the Post-it note. I just wanted to try to get it, centered with the picture. Okay, now I'm going to punch this hole, and I'm going to use the, let's do the small one. And I know you can't see this. There we go. All right. I think that's going to work. All right, now to get this exactly the same, I just do like that, and then I'm going to go back in here and punch again through the same hole. Although I can't really see that. So I'm going to have to mark it. Okay. These coasters are a little bit thicker than I thought. So yeah, use whatever your hole punch. These crocodiles are really good for going through all the bits. I can't see my mark that I made. I think it landed like right on a flower. Oh, yep. So see this part of the flower, like at the base, that's where the whole marker ended. That's funny. Like, of course. Okay, so we've got our holes. Now ribbon, you could do rings if you want. I'm going to do ribbon. And this ribbon is on the clearance rack this denim ribbon, which I'm still surprised at how much good stuff is available. All right, now I'm going to cut a pretty generous amount. And I want to tie knots in this. Oh, and you guys, my order finally shipped. Ugh. So, all right, I want to go in from the back. So I placed my order December 2nd. So like not the first day, second day. Well, like everybody and their sister was placing their orders on December 1st because that's when we had, and I'm just poking this through the holes with my little ribbon poker or stylus tool, whatevs. You know, everybody was placing their orders, and I get it. That they just got overwhelmed and behind, and I mean, they are still at 8 to 10 days for picking orders. So if you order anything now at this point, like you are not going to get it in time for Christmas. All right, now I don't want to tie this super tight. I'm just tying it in a knot though, because I want it to be able to bend, because I want it to sit up like that, you know, on a desk. So I'm just tying it like loosely-ish. And then I'm going to trim these ends off. Oh, I love it. And then we're going to do the same thing with these. And then I want to stamp a little something that I'm going to put over here. All right, so let's poke these through again. So go through your pictures, see what you have that you could make a little something for somebody's desk, or, you know, even just for them, home decor. I mean, it's coasters, but no one has to know that. All right, there we go. So yeah, my order finally shipped, and I should have it with my new stuff on either Monday or Tuesday. I think Monday. I hope Monday, rather. All right. And we'll trim these. Nice. Now I may have to trim this ribbon down a little bit more because it can't be getting in the way of Chris's face there. Although she's probably not going to be real happy with this because that's like not the best picture of eyeballs being open. But that's my mom. That's actually a very good picture of her. She was hard to get to smile. All right, so let's take Scrap of White, and I'm bringing in Shaded Summer because I love this. Some friendships are just meant to be, because these girls, they've been friends for, they worked together for, I don't know, 40 years or something. Like, these two ladies have known me since I was in utero. Like, that's how long they've been friends, so good times. All right, so I want to do Night of Navy Words. And I'm going to try to get that straight-ish. Nice at the bottom. And then I want to take the little sprig here and just add some polished pink sprig, or whatever this is. And then let's trim this first. And actually, let me just bring in my cutter. I do want to get this one nice and straight. If it was for me, I'd be okay with hand cutting it. All right. Okay. Oh, nice. All right. And I don't think my my banner punch is, I think this is a little bit too wide, so I'm just going to do this by hand. Like dovetail it. Okay. So pretty. All right, let's do polished pink, a few little sprigs, and then I'm going to add some of these, the loose flower flourishes. These are acrylic You just glue them on and they're cute. And I just want to add like a little something something. Ding ding, yeah. Let's stamp one off and see. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna like that. Okay. Just so it has even some more color. Nice. That's good for two-tone stuff. Let's get that out of the way. I love when they have like just a perfect little saying in a set. All right, now this I want to pop up. So let's grab some dimensionals. And really pile them on here. So I can't believe, 10 days till Christmas. Thanksgiving was weird. Christmas is going to be weird. There's not going to be anybody complaining that we don't do presents. Like, nobody ever wanted to do presents except my mom. So, we kind of wish that now. All right, let's do that. I'm doing it right in the corner. And then let's add, I feel like there's papaya-ish. It might be yellow, but I feel like I can put all these flowers on here. And I'm just going to glue them right on. And there's big ones and little ones. I feel like I'm just going to drop that on there. There we go. And purple one. Ooh, I'm going to put a purple one right on my mom's shirt. Thanks, you guys. Super cute. Yeah. All right, let's do a big purple one right there. And then let's do another big papaya. Because I don't want to put too much pink over here. But let's do that right there. And then we can do a small pink. I can do it right there. So yeah, I think cute little gift for somebody, especially if you only have 2 small pictures or something. Speaking of small pictures, I finally got this. That came today. Sprocket, so I can print out like 2x3 pictures. I'm going to need that for some more little mini books. All right, let me do that. I think I got to trim that just a little bit more. There we go. All right. So that's our number 2 project, and that's going to sit up like that on somebody's desk. And then the back is just plain. So, you could add a little piece of white if you wanted to write a message, or write it in a white pen or something. But I think that's cute, and I love all these little flower bits. I don't think it's too busy. I think it picks up on the flowers that are in the back. But if you had rhinestones or gems or something, definitely use them. Okay. Last thing. Ooh, and it's 5 of 9. Jeez. I thought with 3 things I would not be like over time so much. Ugh, sorry. Okay. Final thing is you can make a box and then put it in a treat bag to like hold something. So I'm just going to put like candy and treats in this, but I happen to have these Love Santa treat bags. These were they're still available, but they went with a tag kit. So there was like from the kits collection, it was called Love Santa tags, and it was, they were like good size tags. That is sold out, but these are still available. And I forget how much they were, but there's 12 of them. I think they're food safe. I thought it was a good enough deal. But they come in 4 different patterns. So I'm going to pick one. So there's dots. That could be like generic. There's a plaid. That could be generic. Trees. So I am going to use this for Christmas. So I'm going to go with the trees. So how do you figure out how big of a box you can put in here? Well, they're gusseted. So we'll make a box that, so it's 4 by 9. But let me just shove my hand in here to show. So with that gusset, we could have a box that is 2 inches tall. Okay, that's how I see that when you pop it open. I'm gonna go maybe 1.5. All right. So I want something. I've got a piece of cherry cobbler here, and let's figure this out. So this will be box number 3. So our same box pattern. We're going to cut like tabs and glue them together. But I want my sides to be 1.5. All right, 1.5, 1.5, 1.5, 1.5. And then I want to be able to tie it with ribbon, like at the top a little bit. So I'm going to put a bag in, and I'm going to do, let's go about here. So that looks to be about 5 inches. All right, so 5 inches, and we said it was 4 inches wide. So let's do that. So my cardstock needs to be 4 plus 3 is 7, and then 5 plus 3 is 8. And we're going to score at 1.5 inches all around. All right, so that's how we figure that out. So let's cut this 7 by 8. And I have not made this before, so fingers crossed. It should work. All right, 7 by 8. Now, I was going to stamp the inside, like the box, but you're not going to see it because this bag is kind of like got a little bit of a frosted look to it, and you're going to see the trees anyway. I was going to stamp snowflakes all over this, but we're not going to bother. All right, so let's get our scoring board. So again, 1.5 inches all around. Oh, thanks, Julie. So 1.5, 1.5, 1.5, and 1.5. And so our box is going to go this way. So let's do on the left side of the score mark, and then angle, and then angle. And I've got glue on these again. Ugh. On the right side of the score mark, straight up, and then angle in, and then angle. Ah. And again, left side, angle, angle, right side, angle, angle. Okay. And let's take our other burn folder and we'll just fold these down. We're just making this quick box. So this is going to be like an open-faced box that will slide into the treat bag. All right, so we'll tape up our tabs. So just bring those up so they'd make a nice crisp corner. And I'm just going to hold that for a minute. And this tag I'm going to add, this was one of the tags from the November Paper Pumpkin. So I made most of those into cards. I only made, I think it was supposed to make 9 tags, but I made just 3 tags, and then the rest I turned into cards. Because frankly, I didn't need that many tags. All right. All right, gluing this tab and get rid of that extra glue. So I'm only going to put treats and candy in here. You could put socks, gift cards, jewelry, little mini calendar, like something. Anything that will fit in here. That really seems a lot wider than 4 inches. Where'd my ruler go? I feel like it's right here, right in front of me. Oh, over here. Okay. It is 4. That just seems a lot wider. Let me just make sure it's going to slide in here. It seems like it's a tight squeeze. Okay. Oh, nope, perfect. All right, so get this down. Nice. I probably could have gone a little smaller because that is as far down as it's going to go. But you know what? We're going to staple it and add our tag anyway. Okay, so what can we put in here? I have a whole bunch of just candy and treats. We've got Snickers. Six-pack. Oh, that's an interesting shape and size. This says, oh, trees. Okay. Huh. All right. Let's do that. We've got Swiss Miss Peppermint. Put one of those in there. Yeah, this is what happens when you go to Walmart and you're just like, oh, I need this, I need that. Random things to put in here. So I wanted to try this vanilla spice. I'm not a fan of vanilla generally, but the spice was intriguing. And I can tell already this has a smell to it, so that might taint the whole batch of stuff. You know how you've got something that's really strong? Interesting. And I think this might be open bags. Oh, yeah, you know what? Open tea bags. So I'm not going to include that. Guess who's going to drink 20 bags of vanilla spiced tea? Let's put some Reese's peanut butter cups. Oh, folders. We can put this in. These are definitely individual packs. Some little drink mixes. Candy cane. And I've got some Ghirardellis to go in here. Now, what else would I add to this little gifty? Probably a gift card. Or some scratchers. Let's do 1 each of these Ghirardellis. Looks like there's, oh, we can do 2. There's more red ones. Ooh, Intense Dark. That's my favorite. Ugh, I don't know if I want to give those away. I have to. I don't need them all. All right, 1 candy cane. Okay, so there's our little treat bag. Let's shove this back in here. Now, it's so tight in here that you don't really have to worry about it, like, falling out. All right, let me fold these up as best I can. And I'm just going to fold this over and staple it. Let me fold this smaller. Actually, you know what we're going to do? Yes, staple this shut. Because I wanted to tie. I like that. I like that you can see through it. I wanted to tie my tag on anyway with some of this iridescent trim. Yeah, that's what it's called. So this, I use the old Snowflake Splendor trim that's kind of like iridescent-ish also. Yeah, Julie, I hope I like the tea too. It's got a stronger smell than I was expecting. All right, let's drag this around. And I definitely want enough for a bow on this one. Ooh, you know what? Could I? Oh, I already cut it. I could have used enough of this to make it like a present, you know, like go around. Let me see if I left myself enough. Ooh, I might could do it. Okay. So let's fold our ribbon in half. And flip it, twist it, bring it back around. Okay, yep, this is gonna work. All right, now my tag, I want to just tie this off in a knot. And then I will fish this side through here. Oops. Tie this. And then I should be able to do a little bow. Nice. And then I'll trim that. So I like that cute little package that you could put whatever, you know, gift you want in there. But I like making little treat, you know, give them little treat things once in a while for presents. And like I said, you can put jewelry, you can put gift cards, whatever you want in there. So that's our gifty number 3. Here's our number 2. And then our number 1 is probably my favorite because, you know, I love a good notepad and a matching pen. So I hope you got something worthwhile out of this tonight. A little something that you could make. And you probably have notepads around your house, right? And pens. Maybe not the same pens, but some pen. And you can make a box and the bags. So the bags, if you don't have these particular Love Santa bags, they always have those treat kind of bags at Joann's and Michael's in the Wilton cake aisle section. So, because they've always got like food safe treat bags and they're actually taller. So check there if you want a treat bag and you don't have them. Otherwise, you could always use like a big Ziploc or something. Julie, I make the boxes look so easy. Well, thank you. But I really hope they're easy enough to replicate. I guess I've been making them so long. Like, yeah. All right, girls. Thanks for hanging out and like, share, heart, you know, all the things. And have a great weekend, whichever. And I'll see you next week. Hi, Deborah. Merry Christmas to you also. Yep. Thank you for watching. Okay, you guys, catch you later. Sue, I don't think you're going to be on tomorrow, or are you? Answer me real quick. Hey, Peggy. Love you too, Jamie Gibbs. So, Sue, if you're going to be on tomorrow, let us know, or you may have popped off already. I don't know. Otherwise, Gail will be back on Sunday. And I will be on next Thursday and the one after that, because like it's before Christmas, right? And then after. So, okay. Ta-ta, everybody. Bye.